Are we live? Hopefully. Maybe I should not stream in HD, but 720 is fine. Yeah, we are live. Okay. So yesterday I left it right here. I'm learning Astro live. Number one. Number two, I'm building my own site rather than following whatever their tutorial says to build a generic blog. Since I had a site in my mind regarding a philosophy related site where I'm just going to put my writings there. So I thought, why not build that, because it's a content oriented website. It does not require much of a JavaScript, or for that matter any JavaScript at all, and Astro would be a great choice for that, because that's what Astro it focuses on building great content related focused website rather than the interactive ones, or like, in a way it is for websites rather than web applications. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we completed 12012, and this is what we had. Technically speaking, the logo is just logo for now. It's just one simple text here, and this is the home page. Background is like so. One thing that I would like to do is that I like to give the user the ability to change, like, they can actually do light background if they want. Sorry. So okay, this is a new thing that I am just seeing in the Chrome browser, or if it always if it was always present, then I should be looking into everything. uh yeah, open the theme, open this customization, customize font. No, there has to be some sort of like a display, right, where I'm saying, like, I want this site, like for example, if I go here and go to the settings, go to the appearance, where is, like, okay, let's just put this way. If I go back here and here and just go here, now if I go to the settings in appearance, okay, see, if I want the light theme, I want this to be light as well. Basically some people are not like, don't like the dark theme, even though that we think that everybody loves it. Some people don't. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. First, I will simply go inside this layout, and within this layout, by the way, if you're not able to understand what is happening, watch the first two videos. We went through whatever the docs is. It's a very generic related, like, you won't be getting a, how to put it, these videos are for me to learn live, and later I'll just figure, like, maybe create a workshop, maybe do something around it, maybe create a tutorial once I am like fully understand what is happening. But these tutorials are for me. Okay, however, as we go forward, basically the approach that I take here is go through the docs one step at a time, and in a way you can see how I like to learn new technologies. Simple as that. And when I say new technologies, I don't mean as a complete beginner, because as a complete, if you are a complete beginner, there's no way you can actually learn new technologies through docs, because there's a lot of technical jargon that always are present in these documentations. So what you have to do, you have to figure it out, what way of learning suits you best. For me, when I was starting, the best way was simply watch for some sort of like a video tutorial, see how whatever they are changing in their own device, how it is reflecting on their screen, and then copy paste. Simple as that. and I did it for over an year. And basically I just lived under this illusion of knowledge, which is, I think, is one of the most crucial thing that you have to do while you are learning anything new. And you have to like, people think that you need to know pretty much everything in order to get something done. My belief is, based on my experience, you need to know enough to get to acquire enough confidence that you can build using this particular technology. If you can have Google with you, Stack Overflow with you, and the best thing, if you have the documentation with you, right? So basically, if I am somebody who is learning from the get go, I'll say, rather than having this ability to, rather than focusing on memorizing things, focus on acquiring the learning ability to learn new technologies. Pretty much that. Okay. And let's see, I should be able to do something here about the chat for now. Make it like this, then make it like this, make it like this, just in case, because I'm will be building it anyways, like so. And then we will have this as a group. Fair enough. Now, as I was saying, the way to actually learn a new technology is first to learn how to learn new things, and that will help you learn pretty much everything, right? And for example, you will always have a way, different way from different people will have different ways in how they pick up new things. You have to figure out your own way rather than following a bunch of other people. And the only way you can actually do that is follow a bunch of other people and follow each and every single path that these people tell you to follow, and figure it out what helps you. Some people like theory first and understand the concept, and only then they can move forward. Some people just like to do things first, see how things are behaving, and then they dive into the theory later. Some people just don't like to waste any time, they just jump directly into the project and only do as much as required using documentation, Stack Overflow, YouTube tutorials, whatever, during the course of thing. And some people combine all of that. So you have to figure out basically what you are. Okay, let's move forward. So layout Astro is where I have defined this. Now what I'll do is that make this, when it is dark, this is tailwind again. And when it is not dark, make this as light, and text as dark. Yeah, this should work. Now if I go back here and just do it so, oh, I have to go here. This, okay, that's a group, that's a live streaming, and this is it. If I go back and do the dark, we are back. If I go back and do this, we are this. So we can do it like this. We can have a global CSS and define all of that sort of things. So that's also like fine. But I'll just utilize the tailwind like very simple manner. And then I'll go to this. I can go here and let's see where I have defined this thing. I don't need this. Maybe I should be doing it like this. Same, I can go and do this like In navigation also, this is fine. Okay, and now in this pages, in this index, for the dark, make it text light. Same here. Same here. Cool. This should be good to go. If I change this appearance, yeah. Don't know why that this, okay, maybe it's not, it's just a Brave thing. Theme is Brave colors, so maybe it's because of the theme. Fair enough. So yeah, we are good to go. So let's see, in this header I might want to, like, I think it's spacing. Wait a minute, what's the line height? Line height tailwind. Hmm. Let's start with 3 and see what will happen. If I come here and I say line height 0.75 rem, 1 rem, 1.25 rem, no, 1.5, no, 1.75 looks good. If I remove this, yeah, 1.75 looks good for this. Leading 7. Okay, remove this thing, make this as leading 7. Cool. uh then this is basically this, there has to be some sort of, like, should I use, let's see, Astro icons, anything? Okay, introducing Astro icons. Beyond add a something icon, Astro icon pack automatically fetches and inclines material design icons, count SVG, equivalent shortcut, set reference. It is being used. What's this? Hmm, what should I use? Bootstrap? No, font icons. Font awesome. Hero icons. Let's see. What about the hero icons? Nothing to show here. I'm pretty sure that I can use hero icons directly rather than this icon thing. So if I just go here, hero icons. Uh, let's start with this hamburger and bar 3. Copy this SVG. What about the solid? It is for React and Vue, but, like, I don't think, I mean, Astro can do it. So the quickest way is to copy the source. Once Okay, it has only this hero icons for Astro. Bloy C, Bloy K, Astro, JavaScript. Uh, okay, fork is lot of fork. Tailwind Labs, hero icons. So you write this, then you import it, then you import the code. Default is outline, okay. Iron code. Use a kebab case. Kebab case is basically like what? Custom classes. Okay, let's see. I'm using this, so I will say hero icons Astro, and maybe I should do something like this. Hero icons Astro. Yeah, use it. We have this import icon from hero icons Astro. So in this header, we have this, and we have this navigation. In this navigation, I would like to have a button, and within this, maybe we can have an icon. And this should do it. Let's import icon. Okay, first thing is the experience that I have with the import syntax when it comes to anything React or JavaScript or TS, or basically JavaScript and TS, or any of their framework, is a lot better than this in VS Code. Now this should be like hero as icons Astro slash, let's see, hero icon dot Astro. Okay, hero icon dot Astro. Shouldn't this work? Yeah, it works. Don't know how much the size here is either. It is not showing anything. The import cost, pretty sure I had one. Yeah, it is not working for Astro either. Okay, and let's see. So there's icon code, icon style, custom classes. So, and it is self closing thing. So first of all, the icon size should be custom classes, right? And I will say this is fine, hopefully. Then second is icon style. Let's go with the solid thing. And finally, icon code. Icon code, it says breaker, so let's go here. I'll just, well, for hamburger it is bar 3. What about breaker? There's no breaker here. There's no breaker here at all. Kebab case. Let's go with this bar 3. We'll see what it is all about. I have to do something regarding. Can I do this Astro thing? Astro import SVG imports documentation. Files in public. This is JavaScript, TSX, npm package, CSS, other assets. Okay. I don't want to use this, right? Maybe this is one of the things. I mean, this makes sense, but maybe I don't want to use it like this inside the SRC, right? Okay, glob or something. Hmm. Basically, this relates to what I did inside this post, and inside this data, I tried doing this. So I don't need this. In this blocks itself, this can be simply Astro blob, right? Yeah, it can be Astro blob. Let's put it this way. And inside this pages, we have this posts. It will match the one file which we have. And then I will simply call this post as, like, let's call it blocks, and simply will do this. And maybe I can rename it as blocks. Web blogs.astro. Yeah, let's let it be posts. And this will do. I don't like this. Rename it to blog. Okay, it will be blogs. I want this to be blocks as well. So I'll just call it blocks. Maybe I can have this as index.astro, and then whatever it is here, I can maybe have here. Have to go one step forward. This should do it. Like, go back, find the layout, and it should do the trick. I should be able to just simply delete it. And this should be able to go ahead and do the trick, right? And this works fine. Then I don't need, basically I should be able to do this. which will be fetching all the blocks and it will be showing it here, and then this will be inside this blocks and whatever the blocks is. Huh. So go back, go inside the blocks. Okay, what did I do? Renders an article for the first 5 blog posts. I am doing that, right? I am looping through. Uh, this is Astro Globe. Then I am looping through as a post. Astro instance. You can render each component instance using its default property. Okay, let's console log this. I want to see what this is. Oh, okay, so this is this getter. Show me what this getter is. Front matter, right? Block dot front matter. Go with 1 1. Okay, so this is the front matter that we had at the very top, which we may be able to utilize now inside this application. I don't understand, like, why should I have a like MD file where I cannot style using Tailwind, where I cannot do like the head manipulation, a lot of things, right? What's the point? Or is it that there's a way that I can generate the pages as well rather than just, you know, like for example, I know I can get these MD files from here, right? And let's see what is the image is here. File URL, raw content, get headings, content, all of these are getters. So let's put it this way. Let's see what all these are. uh, Front matter, this is front matter, and go back here. Let's start with images. File URL, raw content. For some reason it is not getting the compile content. Get headings, content, what is default, default, and is not showing me image related thing anything, even though it says image here, images here. Images, file, URL, raw content, compiled content, get headings, content, and this is default. Let's see. Front matter, there's nothing here. The file is right, so URL is this, so I don't have to basically do anything. Like, this is a block, fine, but what will happen if I have a bunch of them, like have another file? What should be it? Let's see. Another thing that I want to talk about is, well, I have to just search my Instagram. I keep posting shit there. Uh, huh. Virtue signaling h.md, and what I can do here is one this copy paste. Here I can just copy paste this age of virtue signaling. Let's call it as 2. Description, let's, I mean, it's not exactly 2, but yeah, description is, we live in the age of virtue signaling. This is fine. This is, let's put it that way. Labels, debates, discussion. We can remove it. We can say virtue signaling, age of virtue signaling, so and so. We can just move this as this. Let's have a quotation. What, uh maybe I should just check md file quote, basic syntax. Okay, quoting text. Yeah, this is how you do it. So here I will have this. Similarly, I will have this. Similarly, I just cannot pronounce anything. In the age of virtue signaling, nobody wants to figure out solutions to social problems. This should do it. Then let's see what is the entire thing. Well, we have the raw content is still raw content. Compile, get headings, everything is like that. Content is also like whatever. Default is also like whatever. We have to look into it. Okay, we are not like, wow. So the URL can be simply blog.url. This will work. This will be blog dot block dot what, front matter, maybe title. From there I can pick it up, and if I go here I have this, like, okay, reverse discussion label, virtual signaling, and if I go here it is showing fine. Cool. I mean, right now it is fine. We have to look into it. So this much is enough. I don't need these to be here. MD file is fine. The glob is capable of having all these things. Now, if I click on this, I should be able to have, say, uh, like, it should not be that .md file. Can I style .md file? There has to be a way. How to style Astro MD file. You can manage your markdown index file in Astro folder. You can also style a layer component. Astro provides Markdown on NDX page with a special formatter layout property that can specify a relative path or alias to an Astro layout component. Okay, and what will I do with that? Like if I go here and I say layout, 1, 2, that's in pages, then layouts, then layout.astro. Okay. Specific properties are then available to the layout component through astro.props. For example, you can access front matter properties through astro.prop or something. Front matter title, author, description. Markdown content is injected here inside the slot. You can apply global styles to your You can apply the global styles to your markdown content by adding style tags and imported style sheets to the layout that wraps your page. You can also add CSS integration, including Tailwind. If you are using Tailwind, the typography plugin can be useful for markdown. Tailwind typography. I have to install it. Let's see. First this, and then simply require it in the Tailwind here, like this. And that should do the trick. Basic usage. Now you can use a prose class to add sensible typography styles to any vanilla. See this. Includes modifier class. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang out of it. Hang of it. Basically, this is just a storage thing, I believe. And there's a way that you can style this, which I'll look into it later. But there's a way. Second, I can actually import some sort of like a layout. So rather than having this, I can have say in the layouts itself, I can have a new file called blog layout.astro, and here I can have blog layout. Then here what I'll do is import the layout itself first, and then wrap this layout with the title, and title will be whatever the blog is. So we will have something called front matter using Astro props. Pretty sure there has to be a front matter because I am importing this Astro file, right? Go back. Only features using exported. We have to look into this. This is my property. Then it says that in this layout itself, I can utilize this. So I will just trust this guy here. Should add this here as well, right? And then here, do I even have it first? It's not able to figure it out, but pretty sure that if I do this and then this as title, this should work, right? And this is basically this children thing, and here I can have slot, which is where the markdown will go. So then if I click here, yep, this is how it is. In this heading, I have a bunch of things, generator, whatever it is, bunch of things, pre-connect, got the font, got everything. This can be inside this article itself, and in the slot and in the class I can have prose, and then I can see that it's much better. Prose text, prose heading, prose p, text light, text body, prose headings, text light, and this is it. We have our, like, whatever the heading is, then this is this page as a default, and then yeah, have it. uh we'll figure it out. Like, I'll figure it out how to actually design it better, but I am getting the hang of it. Even we can go here. If I define uh like layout property here in this MD file, Astro is able to pick it up and will render whatever. I mean, these are all the front matter details, but this everything here is basically something that goes inside the slot. And if you wrap the slot, basically the content around this prose using Tailwind, you can style it pretty awesome way. Cool. So go back to this blog, and yes, now it is working fine. One thing I can do again is publishing thing. Publish date is something that perhaps perhaps we Pepsi is good, yeah. Hmm. Okay, there's a problem here which is, I believe, can be solved quite easily, which is to say, I should be wrapping this article inside the container as well. Now the import is working fine as well for some reason, and now it is working good. So this is, like, for me it is like watching kind of like a working properly. I don't know about, like, okay, if I can, because I can tackle the rows, then I can tackle one, and then I can say, like, make it 2XL, right? Good. So this is how I can utilize Tailwind Pros. This is the first time I'm utilizing Tailwind Pros anyways. Good. This is much better. And cool enough. Let's now just go to the unit 3 and move forward. I should be able to do this. Now that you have Astro and MD file generating entire page on your website, let's make and reuse smaller bits of HTML with Astro components. Where are we now? You can find the code at this point in the tutorial of GitHub and Slack bits. Don't care. Check your code against this example, or if you have just joined fork on Slack bits. Again, I'm building my own website anyways, so I'm just following their concepts rather than ditto copy pasting. Where are we going? In this unit, you'll learn how to create Astro components to reuse code for common elements across your website. I'm pretty sure I just did that by tinkering around, but let's just read it out. A navigation component that presents a menu of links to your pages, already have it. Footer component, already have it. Social media component is something that I didn't have, but include in the footer. That links to your profile pages, don't want it. I like to remain as private as possible. Less people know me, the better. um, I mean, judge it based on the content rather than the face. That's much better for me, at least for few years. An interactive hamburger component, this is what I want to know, right? uh, I am moving towards this icon situation where I want to use an icon and then do this. What you can basically, we can also utilize 3 span tags, give it a height, a width, color, background color, and it will do the trick. Wrap it around the button. Maybe I can do that, right? So where's the navigation? Like, I'm trying all this thing, um at which I am not able to do. So if I have like 3 span tags, and then here I can have a bg of light. If it's like, if it's a dark background, so make it bg of dark, right? I don't want anything. I mean, if, let's put it this way, if it's a dark one, so put it a border. If it's a dark one, so the border should be, say, light. If otherwise, the border should be dark. And make it as flex, and then as flex column, make the gap as 1, which is 4 pixel. No, make it like 2, 8 pixel. So these will be like one over the top and others. So let's see how it will look for now, right? Cool. Now if I were to, like, how to make it like this, display, if I say inline flex, then I can say height as 4 pixel, width as 8 pixel. 32 pixel, height can be 2 pixel, right? Text color, I mean, color can be, let's say, white for now. Background should be white as well, right? This is what I'm trying to do. This is fine, this is not required. Then border radius I want approximately 2 pixel. Cool. Let's put it this way. I have this inline flex, height, width. Class as inline flex, height as 2 pixel, width as 2 rem, then bg as light, and that should do the trick for now, right? Yeah, you can just copy paste this like so, and this will do the trick. There is a problem in terms of like height and that, so maybe I don't need this border at all. I will need this to be, it's dark, make it so, otherwise make it dark. Yes. And this navigation should be like, this is fine for now. I can make this as hidden for now, and I can have show navigation. You know what, make it hidden in mobile and hide this in LG. Yeah, in LG. Yes, in LG hide this, and in LG make it flex. Same goes for make it Yeah, just make it flex for now and we'll see. Cool. So in 1102 it becomes like this. Now if I have to put it somewhere like here, yeah, I want it somewhere here, right, in this navigation. So this is fine. Maybe I don't even like, if I know the person is actually accessing my website from a mobile, maybe I don't have to send this particular element at all, but this can easily be done using just css. However, that will still have, like, for my site it's not going to be much of a DOM content, but if I have a lot of such elements, then there is useless DOM content for no reason based on the specific viewport a person is visiting my site on. Okay, we'll look into it. There has to be some sort of like a gap for sure, and 8 pixel is fine for the gap, right? Also, I would love if the text is approximately LG. Cool. Then this is fine, this is fine. If it is active, then maybe I want some other things. Uh, let's call it as font. I don't know. This is different active, by the way. Let's see how it should look if I'm saying font bold. This should have some sort of like, make the text as body first, and then make the text as light. Yes. Also, this is pretty much fine for me for now. Right, now if I have to go to this header and this container itself, I have something called flex1. Okay, this is confusing now. Like, fair enough, I have all these bunch of things, and this is a flex1 where I'm saying something about flexing. But if I am going here, these two has to be inside another section, and here I have to do, like, this is one section and then there will be another section. So this should be flex, this then should be gap of say 8, right? And then maybe 6. I should make it justify start items as center, right? Let's see how it will look. This is fine, but I would love if the gap is now a big one. So make it 12. Good. If I have something like this, and this is like so, cool. And then this container, if I go there, there has to be, I'm saying after 2XL you don't have to worry about it, okay? But I'm also saying this max screen should be this, and this should be auto. So why it is not working? make it responsive first, pull it out. This will not work. Make it 75, make it 50. Do it like this. Okay, but I'm also saying to have this as like MX Auto. Minimum width should be full is where I am messing up, I believe. Yes. Hmm. I should be doing it as 100% and don't understand why this is not coming in like W screen. This is this, this is this. It's the same thing, right? What? I mean, it's the same thing. Why should this be any problematic? And this should also be like 768 in this navigation itself. Hidden should be around, this should be MD. Also, this should be MD. Let's see. Cool. This is fine and we'll look into it eventually. For now, if I go to this part and there it is, and there it is. So in this header itself, this is like not good. This should be justified between first. Okay, but apart from this section, like, okay, this is fine. And this navigation itself, this is header, this is navigation, but this section has to have another section where I'm saying ki this container, this is a section that will take care of this navigation, but there has to be a section where I'm talking about another link for say sign up, right? Sign up to newsletter. And okay, this is coming at below. This is the basic CSS, yeah. At this point, I understand what is happening. And I will just make it as BG of white. There should be, that's also in this dark one. BG of light, same in dark, I'll say text of dark, then Same in dark, I'll say border not like this. This is fine. Font, make it like bold. Font should be like, should I do like text uppercase or something? No, this should be good. Maybe rounded as MD, MD, PX should be, let's go with the 4 and PY as 2. We'll see. MD is too much. Make it SM. This should be approximately like 6 and 3. Yeah, this is much better. And custom class, rather than adding as flex1, let's go with the, copy this, custom classes, right? Search for flex1, make it custom classes, custom classes, and also custom classes. This is fine for them. For me, it will be in this header. Custom classes, and this should be now as flex, justify center, items center, and gap should be, let's see what happens first, right? This is main, items is center, justify should be between, and now it works exactly how I wanted, except here I will say this should be class of hidden, and in MD it should be flex. Fair enough. In this navigation, I'll just copy paste this thing below this. So there should be this, and there should be like this, hidden MD flex. This time it will be MD hidden. Cool. Now if I click on this, something should happen, but this is fine. What will happen if I do like content? This is hidden, but it's still taking the space. Displays none, right? Still taking certain space here. Okay. Basically, I would have to have this navigation, I mean this section as width of 100%. So this is the first section after that. So in this header, this section should be, when it is like less, so it should be full, but on MD it should be inherit or something. Let's see, maybe full will do for both. This goes like this, right? For that I will do something like MD rather than flex. I can do this, and then maybe in MD I can do this as well. However, here in this MD I can also have, say, flex as 3 or something, right? Let's see, there is this. So this is flex 1. This is flex 1 as well. Okay, flex 2, flex 3. For some reason, this MD thing is not working. MD is flex, right? Uh, okay, there is no such thing as flex 3. I'm pretty sure on that part. Flex 1, auto initial 2. Hmm. So this is flex 1, then here I can say flex none. I think this should be able to work. You can remove this. Yes. Now if I do this, it works. If I do this, this works. Cool. So this should be it. Now if I come here, it is this, it is this, and it is this. This is also working quite fine. I can have any type this. Good. Min W full to W full. Item center can be the issue. Nah, it's basically, I think I figured it out. I also forgot what the issue was, but yeah, it worked, whatever it was. So now we can just move forward. Interactive hamburger is, I mean, I created the hamburger using just span tag, which is fine. Now when I click on that, something should be like this should open. That's basically what I want to see, how they do it in this Astro thing, without JavaScript or whatever. I don't want this anyways. Let's see. Go navigation component. Create a new folder for components. Build an Astro component to display for navigation link. I already have that. Replace existing HTML with new reusable navigation component. Fair enough. Done. Navigation component done. This is also like done with better designing. Also done. And yes. Okay, this allows you to start quickly with any working code often duplicated in the project. You can do this. You you can do this when you have elements repeated on multiple page. Restart the dev server, refactor to use a reusable component. Then Astro components are reusable fragments of HTML Both of the above. I'm pretty sure I don't see how this is like. Okay, both of the above then. Astro components will automatically create a new page on your site when you include this refactor on your site, when you put Astro file within this. Checklist is fine. Now let's go. Social media footer page. I mean, there's a footer, there's a platform with username, learn platform. Okay, www.platform. Fair enough. I have created a layout for that and then have wrapped pretty much all the pages in that because I want the header and footer in pretty much all the pages rather than just this intro page. Okay, now this is something that I can have like this. Then social can be provided platform and username. Cool. You know what, let's see if I want to do it. uh Here I can have a social component, social media dot astro, and what I should be doing is, this is blog, this is fine, but this should be it. In this I can have socials, and this can be an array of say id, which is not required. So then just platforms, say it's Twitter, uh username, let's call it this, let's call it this. Maybe I should be doing like creating another one where I can just, you know what, I'm done, I'm pretty much done uh failing to do this. Yeah, then in platform, social media only platform is fine. You know what, this is much better. I should be doing say code dusting, right? Can create rest of the things later, but for now it's fine. And then I can have this socials as like socials, and then I can simply map over it. Then I can have social as link. What is this? Link with the href of when you have like Twitter, GitHub, and YouTube. Twitter, GitHub, and YouTube. So you're saying this is the Astro. Learn more about my projects on Twitter, GitHub, and YouTube. uh, uh, like rather than having bunch of like component, I can just create one component where it is just social media or socials, let's say. So, and then in the footer I can just simply have another social media itself, and this will be good enough. And here I can have a custom classes as flex goal, and gap as 2, gap as 1, and the rest should be the same. Yeah, it's right here. And maybe I should also have, this is everything. It go inside this p tag and make this as center as well. Bad design, but here we are. Now if I click here, it should be some sort of like that. It should take me to, what about the target? This is something that I should not be forgetting. I don't want my, this should be blank. Okay, now if I click on this, a new one should appear, which is going to go inside this code dusting. Fair enough. Right. Cool. So I don't know, should I just remove it? There's a reason why I'm not putting my own platform for now. Let it be code dusting for now. I'll figure it out later. Uh, then this is fine. Style your social media component. Fair enough. Good. Test yourself. Astro prop. What line of code do you need to write in Astro components front matter to receive value of title, author, and date as props? Well, this one now. Then how do you pass values as props to an Astro component? Like this. And yes, I can pass props to an Astro component. Build it yourself, already did it. Like bunch of things, update your page with the navigation and all of that, add responsive thing, did it, did this using, cool. This is all basically using a global CSS, and then whatever it is doing, basically I can use it. Send your first script to the browser. This is where I want to see. There's a write a script to allow your site visitors to open and close the navigation menu. Move your JavaScript to its JS file. I'm using TS, so maybe TS file. So hamburger is done. Hamburger is done. Okay, let's put this hamburger inside the hamburger, right? Astro. And here in this navigation, this is the hamburger, which I have to put it like this. Then I can just simply call hamburger, and this should do it. This is also like a navigation. So fair enough, this works. Nothing should change right here. And then we have, yeah, this is line. It's fine. Then place this new hamburger. Yes, it's working fine. Write your first script tag. Okay, so add the following script to index.astro just before closing this body. So it's basically utilizing the JavaScript rather than, anything else. And if I want this script to be present throughout, then I have to utilize something called, also, why are we using like this? Okay. Okay. So it's basically just JavaScript. Damn it. I haven't used JavaScript since so long, it's not even funny. So let's do it with TS files. You know what? Let's call it scripts. And here I can have hamburger.ts. Then I can have document.query selector. And this could be, let's say, component hamburger. Have a class as hamburger just for this. No. Have a ID. Good old fashioned ID, which is going to be hamburger. Cool. Here I will have hamburger. I will add event listener. This should be click on this. Click. I want you to run something. Well, first of all, make sure that this is an event. Whatever the event has to be, it should prevent the default, and it should prevent stop this immediate propagation. Right? I don't want this to happen, and then I should simply get rather than this, I can say alert I ran. Fair enough. Now in this Astro, should I do it inside this Astro because this is present? Yeah, let's do it inside this Astro. Wait. I cannot utilize this here, and it is saying use as, I mean that, but like this is like a JS thing, so I cannot use as TS thing, right? I mean, will it work or will it not work? I have no idea. Like, can't I simply do this and simply what it is, import. This is component, this is blah blah blah. There has to be some sort of like a script somewhere. Yes. And shouldn't there be like hamburger? Will it even work, or will it give some sort of like a weird error? Oh, it is working. What about if I go to some other page? It should work always, right? I'm in about. Yep. I'm inside blocks. Yep, it is working fine. So TS works, but I don't see the reason why. I mean, it's useless anyways, right? It's not like, yeah, I'm able to get anything out of it. Uh, Fair enough. We'll see. So I select this hamburger, I click on it, then there should be some sort of like a class that I should be adding somewhere else. And that's somewhere, first of all, this should like, wait a minute. The class should be added right here. A bunch of class should be added right here. Okay, I am saying it is hidden, but this is hamburger, and I'm saying this is hidden, and this is the navigation. So let's mobile navigation. Cool. I should be doing it like this or this. Then here I can say when I click on this, uh, if I'm writing it like this, then let's go with this. First is hamburger button, and this will be this. Then there should be another one which says mobile navigation, and if this is it, then it should be like mobile navigation. It's been so long since I have written normal JavaScript, and I'm pretty sure this is not how most people do it anyways. It should be as element. Yeah, I should not be doing this. I should be failing it like this. So this is the add event listener. I get this. I got this. Now I'm also may or may not have this mobile navigation. So what I'll do is in this mobile navigation, I'll say class list, and then I'll add something, and that will be a token of, like, rather than add, I can toggle hidden, and that should do the trick. Yeah, at least it's doing the trick, but the entire trick is making complete bogey bundles. Okay, so now the quest is to make this as like a site-wide thing. For me, it will be equivalent to saying make this as relative. First of all, in this hamburg, in this navigation, make this class as relative, right? Yeah, and then since it's already relative, make this as say position as absolute, number one, then left as 0, uh, top as 0, then right as 0, bottom as 0, width as 100%, yeah, 100%, height as 100 bh, background as, for now let's call it red. there is a problem here, which is this is navigation. This is navigation. I should have it inside this header itself, maybe body itself, right? Let's call that as like position absolute. I completely forgot how to do this. This is funny. uh Position absolute should be like, okay, if I'm saying I want this position to be absolute, then the parent should all be relative. So this should be relative. This should be relative, right? This, I'm pretty sure it's not this much. Uh, Position relative, and this could also be like position relative. Thing is, this. I have to first of all remove this. But this is, if I'm saying width should be 100%, this is not working. If I'm saying top as 0, this is also not working because top, this absolute takes from this relative, and this relative it is just like this, right? And this is going to take it from here. So if I say width of 100%, nothing is actually going to change much. And this, even if I say background as red, this is all it is going to be. Left as 0, bottom as 0, uh, right as 0, nothing is going to change. Height as 100% or 100 VH also, it's not going to change much. This could be 100 BW. Let's see. Let's call it 32. Let's see where it can go. How about this? Minus 100%. Minus 100%. Bottom should also be minus 100%. Or maybe it should not be even here. These two is enough. And then I don't need this width. Okay, I need this width. I don't need this. Okay, I need that. What about this one? Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. This is capable of doing everything that I just did. Hmm. make it 200 b dash, make it this. We can look into it later. 200, make it also 200. It's not like I need anybody to actually go somewhere, right? And then this everything that is here can then be uh, display flex direction as column, justify content center, aligns item center. I can remove this, make it as 100 vh, and this should also be just 100 vw, or maybe 100%. This can be just top of 0, top of 0, bottom of done, right as done. Hi Abhishek. Yeah, CSS always trumps me. R. Don't know why this is happening. Like, okay, I am able to get this like navigation thing. This is fine. I am able to add this toggle thing, so it is capable of doing whatever I'm doing. Then basically I have to add a bunch of classes here, let's say in this mobile navigation, when that happens. And that class, if I just remove this hidden for now, right, and I just simply go about doing this, let's see how it is actually behaving. First of all, this is not something that I would like, right? um, I want it to be a full-fledged thing. So basically it should have position as like absolute, right? That's number one. But for that, this navigation should be uh let's see, if I'm saying this navigation should be as absolute, right, which is at the top, then I'm saying this should be at top 0 and left should be 0, bottom should be 0 and right should be 0, background should be say red. Okay, so I have to place everything on the navigation itself. Cool. But then I have to somehow like make this display of flex, make this direction of column, justify at center, align the items as center, simply make sure that there's a gap of 1 rem or 2 rem, right? So this is it. Now this and this can be direct as like, first of all I have to copy paste this. We'll look into it later. What I should be doing here is there should be some sort of like a class, in Tailwind that I should be adding as probably a apply or base layer. Let's see where it is. Right, I never added it. Forget it. What I'll do is create this class custom class list and simply add this. Basically, I'll do absolute. Then I'll do uh, top 0. Let's go here. Absolute top 0, bottom 0, right 0, left 0. What else? Background display flex column, justify as center, items as center, and gap as 2rem, and then background as something. So for now, let's call it as red, and gap of 2rem, 2rem. This should do it. I can remove it for now. Go to the navigation, copy this string, paste it here, and when I toggle this as hidden, I would also like to have something called, yes, and now what I like to have is, okay, it's not just red, it has to be, say, 950. Oh, I just removed all those. Fair enough. This should do it. Now, technically, what I need is, let's make it dark so that at least I can see everything. And yes, I am capable of seeing things. This and this should not be like a column. This should be like, and this should be column. So I don't need this. Right. I should also change this order of hamburger. Okay. First of all, I need this to be here. This is custom class list for navigation, for nav element. Way too bad. And then I need custom class list for hamburger, and basically what I want is the order to be 2, and why can't I simply code format it? And then I need custom class list for, okay, that's hamburger, that's nav element, this is hamburger. If I make it like order as 2, first let's see what happens. Yeah, this is fine. I will also need this to be a little bit at a top, so top should be like 10%, and display should be inline flex. Position should be like relative. Cool. Now if I am saying that this should go to start, no, this should be center only, this should be start, right? Then I'm at the top anyways, and then I can say I don't need this li, but no, li is needed. There has to be a flex goal gap of 4. Right, this is fine. Now what I want is this to be like a little bit at the center, but not this. So this, all of this is basically on the mobile thing when I am adding it. So for ul element, let's see what can I do next. This is this. I want it a little bit like down. So justify as center, items as center. How will this behave? Yeah. And make the h as full. Cool, it is working. And basically this button should be some sort of like then I need this button which is a hamburger. I need this button to be, well, first of all, order 2 is fine. The top should be some, maybe 2. We'll see. Top is 2. First of all, position should be relative, then top should be 2. Make it 8. What is without anything if I don't have this? Like if I make this as like hidden, first of all, if I make this as hidden, I should not be doing this. For one, it should remain here only. But if I add it like this, maybe if I add it like this, what will happen? I have to add it as absolute only. Right. Then make it as 6 and write as 6. This should do it. Write as 0. Cool. So this is good. Uh, then what I would like this to be like complete width. This is the button. I want this to be custom class list for hamburger. Should be like this. The UI element should be this. Hopefully this is fine. Relative should be first, right should be like later. So this is hamburger button, this is mobile navigation. I have this list for that. For mobile navigation I can just put it like this: mobile navigation for hamburger. For UL element is basically navigation list or nav list. So I should have nav list, which is document.query selector dot, let's see, nav list as mobile navigation. Pretty sure it will not work, but we'll see. Then in this hamburger menu, when I click on it, then I should be able to have this class list as add. Well, toggle should be custom class list for hamburger. Similarly, I should be having mobile navigation is already there, nav list. Nav list dot class list dot toggle. Maybe I should just simply introduce the React and be done with it, right? Like, what's the point of this? And I finally figured out why I don't like JavaScript. Like, don't like it. Fail to execute query selector on document. The provider selector is empty. Of course, this is going to be hamburger TSS approximately 326. 3. Ooh, nav list. Where is the nav list? Is it that? Okay, let's go with nav list like so, and here as nav list. And then you have toggle on DOM token list. The token provided this and then HTML space characters, which is not valid. Cool. So basically I have to do, god damn it, don't like it. First of all, nav list, then I'll simply say split, then I'll say space, then I get all this array, then I can simply what, for loop or something. I have something, right? There's a loop there for each, then I'll say class, and for each class, okay, it's a callback function where I will have this. Are we back or what? Are we completely lost? Yeah, I think we are back. The electricity just went off, so I have to connect with my own mobile internet. So basically, it is not capable of doing that. So I have to loop again. I'll say class names, and then I have to toggle each and every one of them one by one. Okay, thing is, this will keep on happening because my entire network is now bad. Anyways, where were we? If I click here, now it is at least coming here, right? Click, click. So something is happening for sure. Now, definitely not how I expected. So let's see what. First of all, in this navigation, there is a section. Then there's a navigation, which is, there's no class here. If I click here, I am getting all these classes. Cool. Then I am getting all this. Pretty sure I am getting this relative, right, and all of that. Thing is, this will not work because Tailwind is not able to figure it out, I believe. I mean, there is no relative. If I click here, I'm not able to find. Okay, like, what is this? I think if I click on this computed, I'm not able to find the position. Is it? Yes, I'm not able to find the position. And so this is how, there is a reason for this. If I do not add this inside, so this is a Tailwind thing. If I do not add a string class name, I mean, if I do not add this string, let's put it that way, that string will not be available during when the tailwind is running. Hopefully that is the case, because this is how the tailwind works. Tailwind is basically looking for each and every single token. How to put it? Like for example, let's put it this way, right? Um, for example, I can just say, I can just copy paste this. Mm, okay, the height is full. This is UL, height is full. I am saying it's a position relative. And if I say position of this, uh, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Where is it? Column gap is fine. What exactly is this padding? This is 16 pixel padding, so 16 there, 16 here. And let's see, what's the padding, padding, padding. Wow. Padding left, padding right, padding bottom, padding top. Okay, it's a 16 pixel from there and there. So if I click on this, there is some switch here that is happening. I can look into it later, but for now, if I click anywhere here, then I'm going there. Then if I click here, then I am going to the not found page. For now, it is working fine, at least this simple navigation. So we'll check later what is happening. I don't think I had to do anything like this. If I remove this completely, and here I should be able to simply do the connection. Connected or not? Connected or not? Yeah, it is connected now. Hopefully the net is also back. Okay. Fair enough. This is working fine. I can do the TS import or JS import. It is good. The navigation is working fine. Whatever the enhancement that I had to do, I'll do it eventually. So defining a page title, but I don't like this way of working with this. Like, it is too much. It's been like what, 2 years since I did any JavaScript. I mean, in a imperative manner, in a declarative manner, which always used to turn into imperative in terms of any functional logic. Then yes, a bunch of things that can be done here is that we can create a function which will take function spread class spread style classes, tailwind classes. It can take classes which is going to be a string. Then it can have element which is going to be like HTML element. Okay, DOM element. Yeah, it's HTML element, which will be basically saying loop through the classes, find the class name, and then in this element toggle this, right? And I can basically add this inside this mobile navigation. Where's the mobile navigation? Like custom class. Toggle this. No, let it be different. And then I can simply call this like 3 times. Basically first pass this, then pass navlist. That's going to be 1. 2 more times, and before the 3rd time have this, then pass this, finally pass this. Cool. And this is hamburger as in hamburger. This is mobile navigation as in mobile navigation. And then I can simply remove this. Why is it happening? Is not assignable to parameter of blah blah blah. So this is what? Element or null pakdo yahan pe, and then do it like so. And this should do it. Like this is much more readable now. What exactly I'm trying to do here, and this function will take care of it. These are the classes that I am looking into. These are all the things that I'm actually fetching, at least for this hamburger menu. I don't know, maybe like, see, it is working fine. Basically what I'm saying is is it good to have this, like have how to put it, is it good to have things like, I mean, like I understand the JavaScript is now very less and it only conforms to this for now, and it's only this much of JavaScript which is completely controlled by me and not the framework. That's good. And I'm back to writing JavaScript, which I used to write like about 2 years, 4 years or something back. And when I say that, I don't mean like I don't work with JavaScript. I mean like I'm working with Next.js, React, Angular, not JavaScript, right? And I never wrote JavaScript. It was either jQuery and then directly to the framework. Though I know JavaScript because you have to understand it, otherwise it's you cannot pick new frameworks easily. Okay, so this is fine for now. I mean, this is going away, which is like bad. Also, you might need to change this some sort of like animation so that it becomes like what, cross or something. We can do that as well, but again, let's move forward. You had previously used some JavaScript to build part of your site, yeah, and defining your page title and heading dynamically, mapping through, yes, conditionally displaying, yes. JavaScript is a script tag is sent to the browser, and one of the things that I liked here is that this is only inside this hamburger Astro thing. When since I am actually doing the entire thing on navigation, hamburger and navlist, and this, I should be adding it here. I just want to be extremely safe, even though it is not required. Why? Because this whole thing is on the server, so is this. So when the page comes to us on the browser or on the client, which is browser, the DOM is already present and then the JavaScript runs. So it always will be finding all these IDs regardless, right? Because these are all the DOMs which are already present, and then you have this script. So hopefully that is the case. Okay. And yeah, that should be the case. Also, not to mention, should I add this JavaScript for extremely safe, let's say extremely safe, right? Below this, I am just importing it because this is a hamburger, which is a JavaScript, and this should be inside like dot dot script hamburger, and which should be like what? It will be present in pretty much all the pages because it is concerning with this header where it will always be there. And maybe if there are pages where it's like located in just one or two pages, those JavaScript can go inside those pages or those component itself, right? But if I have to be like extremely cautious and somehow, then I can also say either inside the header or either wherever all these elements that I'm trying to basically access is present, and that should do it. So once these are located, I can run it. That's why it is working like this. Okay. When does Astro run any JavaScript written in the components front matter? When visitor clicks the button. Astro never runs JavaScript. Add build time. Okay. We had previously these commands, the JavaScript sent to the browser and is available to run based on the user interaction, like clicks the button. Okay. Add build time. Astro runs the JavaScript written in the components front matter. Front matter. Optionally, Astro can send JavaScript to the browser to allow users to click page links, faster loader time, client-side interactivity. Okay, and the client-side JavaScript will be sent to the user's browser when it is written or imported in a script tag between Astro files, code fences, and global CSS. I can add this and I can import JS into this, even though I'm using TS file. Now let's see, which is 4 layouts. Now that you can build with components, let's create some custom layouts. Where are we now? We can find this, what we are going, reusable layouts. We already did it. We pass the data, pass data from markdown front matter to your layouts. This is what I probably will need. Nest multiple layouts. Okay, so create a first layout component is an Astro slot, pass a specific page specific values as props to its layout. Okay, you still have some Astro components repeatedly rendered on every page. Let's refactor again to create a shared page layout. Okay, let's call it layout for me. So I already have it. I already had this done, and yes, this is already done. Okay, even though I have removed this and added it inside this navigation thing. Then use, should I make it this way? Pass specific value, already did it. Did this, cool. Don't forget, delete anything from each page that is no longer responsible for rendering. Yes, I already did everything that is based here. An Astro component, Astro file can function as a page. Yes. UI component, yes. Layout, yes. To display a page title on the page, you can use a standard HTML element on the page with static text. Cool. Standard HTML tag referring to the variable defined into components front matter, and use a layout component on a page passing the title as a component attribute. Yes. And all of the above. Information can be passed from one component to another by importing a UI component and rendering it in the template of another component. True. Importing a UI component and rendering it in the template of another component. Passing props to the component where it is rendered via component attribute. Yes, all of the above. Cool. Pass a data to a custom blog layout. I have this. I got this. I was able to do everything here, so I'm pretty much able to do that. Already did it. Then this is like this. Already did everything here. Try it yourself. Already did that. Thing is, here's an example of refactoring code to include pub date in the layout component instead of writing it in the body of your markdown. Okay, you remove that, and here you are saying pub date. Oh, okay. Okay. Slice. That's refactor as much as you think is useful to you and add as much to your layout as you want, remembering that everything that you add to your layout is one less thing you will write in each and every blog post. Identify items common to every blog post and use markdown post layout.astro to render them instead of writing them in your. Okay. uh then you are saying just have a slot. Yeah, got it. Understood. So we are taking the front matter from markdown and writing, getting it here, then creating a proper template, like reusable template, a component or layout, and then whatever, and then removing it from the front, not the front matter, but the slot part of the markdown, and simply using that here. So the title and everything, and the only thing that maybe should exist inside that particular slot part of the markdown is basically not the title, not even the page title, just simple content, the block content, and that should be it with all the images and everything. We can do that. Okay, the rest can be inside the front matter, which can be loaded directly, right? So what it means is that if I have this block layout and if I have this blocks, so this should not be here, no need, right? I don't have to write this. This description is something that I can do whatever. The pub date is here, title is here, which should be that. Image, I can just add whatever the image is. Here I can say, rather than this article, I can have h1 here, which will be front matter of title, and then I can have a date, what it is. This can be front matter of pub date, where it is pub date. Yeah, pub date. And let's see, if I go here, click on this as blog, and here we are, update. Now this is saying 0 to slice as 0 to 10, and this works. So that these two are coming from here. Slot should be only the content part, and that's about it. Yeah, it's pretty much feasible. I understand that. Even the image can be at the very top, like how we are actually doing, and pretty much it will be good. Okay. Yeah, image is here written by. We can have this. Okay, let's just copy this whole thing and we'll see. Just put it like so. This will fail, pretty sure. Right, there's no such thing as image URL, so we can just like this. Again, alt is not present, so maybe I can do this. URL alt. Will it work? Yeah, it works. And that is cool. Yep, that is cool. This is block code, which is now this. And whatever the rest of the content is, I can just keep on adding and this will be done. Okay, I can create my own way of writing things then. Test your knowledge, layout. I learned blah blah blah. What is this? Can you figure out what should go in the blank so that the following two components together produce working Astro code? What do you mean blank? Say I am inside the post. Layout and update. Like this is what? This is footer. This is layout. This is footer. This is front matter. This is pub date. No, this is author. This is pub date is fine. This is slot. So layouts, footer, front matter, slot, author, update. Yeah. Nest your block post layout inside your main page layout. Now that you have added a layout to each blog posts, let's make your post look like the rest of the page on your website. Okay, I think I already did that. Here, then this, then this. For defining. So in this we have, yeah, he did the same thing. They did the same thing. And then when we go there, there's a styling and everything is available. Markdown is fine. And you are removing this. You are saying this is a page thing. Exactly what I did. Basically, I figured it out just by understanding what they are trying to do. Okay, I think I understand these things. Make sure that each blog post shows the same design template and all of that. No content is missing. Blah, blah, blah. Test your knowledge. This allows you to nest one layout inside another and take advantage of working with modular pieces. Component-based design. Multiple layouts are particularly useful for projects that contain markdown pages like a blog. Which of these provides templating for your pages? Base layer now template. Okay. checklist. I can nest layout, checking for any duplicate elements. Check in unit 5 Astro API. Now that you have some blog posts, let's use Astro API to work with your files. Where are we now? You can find the code, blah blah blah. Where are we going? So in this unit, you will supercharge your blog with the index page, tag pages, and an RSS feed. Okay, I am doing this. No, I am not doing this. I'm not doing this. You know what? This is too late, but let's see. Create a blog post archive. Okay, now that you have a few blog posts, I can continue it from here tomorrow. It's too late now. Have to sleep. Okay, I guess this is it. What I will do is that let's simply add all the progress that we have and styled the blog pages, created a blog layout, imported the root layout inside the blog layout for styling purpose, created the navigation in mobile, and that should be it. I think this can be pushed to main, and we can wait for some time and see where this entire thing is. Like, wait for 30 seconds. I can just close these things for now. Also close all of this. Still the same. Can close this. Did anything failed or what? Universal dashboard, we are here. Did the deployment fail? What is the failure cause? Reading URL cannot read properties of null URL inside labels.md, labels.this chunks and all of that. This is weird. Okay, this is not weird. So what it says is cannot reading property of null reading URL. Oh crap. Of course, I should have added this here as well. And then fixed the URL null error, push to origin, simply wait for the deployment. Okay, go back, deployment. Pretty sure this will work now. Signing domain, and it worked. Now go back and we are good to go. For some reason that, damn it, should have a padding, definitely have a padding. Anyways, if I go to this blog, I can click here, I can read everything here. Of course I have to remove this because in blog number 2 I didn't remove these two, but as you can see it is working fine. Then I can read this. This is also kind of like fine. We'll have a better styling here as well, and this should do it. Thing is, if I go here, close this, go to this page, and yes, I will have to figure this thing out, how to actually make this like better, right, in terms of styling. But things are working quite fine in terms of functionality. Styling, we can do it. Okay, we'll continue it like this. It is working fine. Then all I have to do in future is, once everything is set up, I can just come to this particular repository, come to this src in this particular folder, or I can actually remove this folder somewhere else even. I mean this data file, and then keep on, maybe not, and then simply come to this folder and just add another file. Whatever I will add, it will automatically get generated as a route. It will automatically show itself from here because of this Astro blob. And yeah, we'll have to style it properly. We'll have to style certain things. Basically what I want to do is something like this in this blog. Rather than this, I want this blog to have a sidebar, right, where all these topics will be there. And this, or maybe a blog like yeah, that is basically what I can do. Or basically a blog page should have like boxing sort of thing that we can do. Yes, or basically just a sidebar where 1 2 3 4 and all of the blocks should be listed, and then the first should always be selected, and that can be done. If we add like a user authentication, which is not the case right now, uh, at least not in my mind, I will have some sort of like a newsletter for sure. So that will only collect, say, uh, email, and then that will be it. Anytime I release a new block from the backend scenario, there should be a cron job or something. It will trigger, it will be a pub sub message kind of scenario, where the moment the thing is published and it finds any new file, any new blog, it should just send an email to all the subscribers. Or every Sunday, it should just collect all the data. Okay, this is the new, all the new blocks that you have, and it should just send it. And if there's no new data, then that Sunday is skipped. Something like that I'm thinking in the background. And the background, I don't know, maybe I will use, I don't know, can I combine Astro or Go together? Can I combine Astro with Golang? Server-side rendering with Astro. Framework components, no. Astro, Go dot some master or something. Building a multi-framework dashboard with Astro. Like, what about the, I mean, not this. Yeah, we'll look into it because most people are using React for it. What I want is to use, I mean, the reason why I even came to Astro, started learning Astro, is because there's something called this thing, which I showed, View Transition API. And this is exactly what I want to do, right? View Transition API. And in Astro 3, as per the Twitter, there's a View Transition API. Astro View Transition. Astro 3 build View Transition. Here we are, right? I will like to introduce this. Simple as that. And then everything will become like very easy for the content phase. And there's no need for state management. There's no need for anything for that matter. Thing is key, I might, if people actually do read it, I might have some sort of like a donation thing or some sort of like a payment thing, but that will be in future. For now, it's just a self thing. right? I just want to showcase what I think, and that should be it. Okay, cool, great. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, one more thing. I don't know whether this or the audience is the same or not. New series is coming, which will be a recorded series of, the name is very catchy, name is very like clickbaity, you can say, get hired. But basically it's going to be a series where I will be teaching everything starting from HTML to the Next.js. And we will be building 5 projects as a proof of work throughout that entire journey. It will be a month-long journey, and when I say month, I mean months long journey. Eventually there I am planning somewhere around 31, 32 videos, and basically it will be everything that I know, and I will like to teach people who are beginners. Intermediate people, I mean, I don't see the point. You get inside a job, you will figure things out anyways. Beginners are what most people like to get from the video side of the things, and most people try to figure out the intermediate to advanced level from the talk side of the things, or from the Twitter, or from following people, or simply asking them in the Twitter DM and all of that. Okay, but eventually I will go to that part as well. Well, we'll start with the beginners people, and yeah, so that's it. Bye. If you like it, just subscribe the channel and like the video, comment anything that you want to know, or anything that you think, any suggestions, what I did wrong and all of that. Okay, bye.